Welcome to Subramani. Today I'm going to talk to you about what is happening in the market, or what I understand of what is happening in the market. Because some shares are going up, some shares are not going up, and some shares are going down more than the other shares. So let us see which are the companies and what is happening. Now you take companies like say an HDFC Limited. It is an extremely stable company. It need not do anything to get more stable. It will continue to sell its products online. It will continue to service the loans that it has online. So a lot of it can be delivered online, which means even without much physical effort, their loan book can grow, their loans can get disbursed, their loans can get serviced. So all around activities are not impacted much by the COVID-19. Yes, going forward they could have problems, because if real estate doesn't sell as much or sells at worse prices, there could be a shortage of business for them. Yes, that could happen, but that is still in the longer run, maybe over 2-3 years. But can they afford 1 year of not doing much? Yes, they can, because they can always do it online. Now take companies like Asian Paints. What has happened in the last 2-3 months, they must have produced well and supplied it to their shops. Remember, Asian Paint sells through very many shops. They know exactly how much is the stock with each shop. So they may have just funded or rather filled up the channel with a lot of their stock. But the sales for Asian Paints can happen only when people get their house painted, when people buy new houses, or when people just get the house painted, which is anyway doesn't happen much during monsoon season, and when they get enough painters to paint, right? So the company like Asian Paints has to hope that more physical activity happens before its sales starts doing well, before the company does well. And in that time also others might come and take a little bit of market share, saying how they are better, how they will send their own teams and get it done, etc., etc. So perhaps they could lose some market share. Now take companies like Coromandel International. Now Coromandel International sells its fertilizer and pesticides in rural India, and rural India is not so much of a COVID-19 story. Yes, there are problems, but it is not as bad as the congested areas of the urban India. So Chennai, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi are much worse affected than the smaller towns and smaller villages. I wouldn't even say smaller towns, villages, because when I spoke to some of the people, they said fertilizer offtake is actually good, crops are good, monsoon is normal. And recently TV anchor had also posted photographs of paddy crops. So one sees that the rural India is not so bad after all. So companies which are hoping for more sales in rural India will do well. So you have your two-wheelers selling more than automobile cars, and the two-wheeler parts could also be in good demand. So those companies may not be impacted so much, because they can still have some activity in spite of COVID-19. Now you take companies even internationally. So look at companies which can increase their sales without any physical effort. So for example, Bharti Airtel, Jio, or internationally if you see Amazon, Netflix are able to increase their reach. I know a lot of people who went for Amazon Prime, and a lot of people who have subscribed to Netflix. Almost everybody has a free version of Zoom. Many of us have a paid version of Zoom, right? So that's happening. Of course, there is Reliance Jio also in the game now, but Reliance Jio is as of now free. So whether it is Reliance Jio or whether it is Bharti Airtel, they are able to increase their sales even during these times. In fact, especially during these times. So maybe these kind of infrastructure companies will do well, but companies like Indigo actually need people to come out of the house and travel, and that may not be so fast. So what is happening? Companies which are able to sell from their homes, or rather from their offices or whatever you call it, they are still able to do well. So a mutual fund is able to sell SIPs, etc., sitting at home on an online basis. A couple of mutual funds did IPOs during this period, or NFOs as they are called. So they are not impacted. So a mutual fund is not impacted because their revenue streams are in place, their sales are in place. If anything, their expenses are likely to go down because they might reduce the take-home pay of people. They have cut down on travel and conveyance expenses. Of course, their communication expenses must have gone up. Everybody must have invested in broader pipes for the data. All that must have happened. But now you appreciate what can happen. So the companies which are not so much dependent on the physical need to be going around, obviously they will fall less, or they might actually increase in price. So if you see that Facebook, Alphabet, Netflix, Google is going up internationally, that is FANG, it's obvious because their sales are going up, they have a lot of cash on hand, and exactly the same reason why if you see during the downturn also Reliance actually went up. Your asset management companies and life insurance companies are not doing too badly either, because a lot of fear has come into people. So more and more people are buying term insurance and ULIP and those kind of products. So mutual funds are selling, insurance products are selling, banking is not doing too badly, though of course we have to wait till 31st of August to know after the moratorium what happens to the bank. But these are organizations which don't have to worry too much about the activity, physical activity. Physical activity is not necessary for them to do their to protect their revenue. So these shares would obviously fall less or actually go up. But companies which need to have physical activity, for example, if Ola and Uber were listed, or an Indigo which is already listed, or an Indian hotel which is listed, would obviously fall more. But then contrarians would always step in and say, oh, Indigo has 55% market share or 58% market share, and during bad times the market share actually increases for leaders. So let me buy the share because it has already fallen from 1800 to 800, right? So then now comes to valuation. So 800 to 1000 may be a good valuation to buy Indigo, and 1800 or 1500 to 1800 may be a good price to sell Indigo, right? This I'm just throwing numbers at you. Since we do not know when the whole problem will be solved, in fact none of us know. I was speaking to a doctor today and she said I would be very happy if 2023 is normal, forget 2022. So all of us are guessing, none of us know what is going to happen. But companies, if they know how to go up on a lower gear, reduce expenses and keep operational expenses low and still do some business, I think those companies will not do too badly. So the contrarians could now be buying Indigo, they could be buying Indian hotels, right? Those kind of shares which were hit the maximum. Indigo I think fell from, of course it had been slipping anyway from 1800, the last high that I remember seeing about 1800 or 1900, to about 800, 880 or 870 or something was the bottom which I saw. So it's now back to about 1100, 1200. Similarly, your pharma companies, everybody is bullish on, but the pharma companies themselves are not so bullish, saying we don't have people to make, we don't have people to transport, we don't have doctors who prescribe, and we don't have pharmacists who are open, who are selling, and we don't have patients who want to buy the drugs which are not really absolutely essential. So I think pharma companies also will not do too greatly, but yes, some their medicines offtake might be there, but it's not the voluntary medicines are not really selling off the shelf, flying off the shelf is not happening. There are not enough doctors to prescribe, so one doesn't know. There is tremendous amount of uncertainty. So look at companies which can sell even sitting at home. Obviously those companies are more stable. So is HDFC Limited stable? Of course. Is Asian Paints stable? Yes, of course. But Asian Paints has to keep running to be stable, because if it doesn't sell, it will have other expenses, overheads, etc. Whereas HDFC Limited does not have to worry too much about the external physical environment. Of course, it has to worry after a couple of years, but Asian Paints will have to worry after a couple of quarters. HDFC is safer. Now come to companies which have leverage. Now if Asian Paints suppose has zero leverage, what will happen is it has to earn and keep the money to itself. Whereas if the company has leverage, then the company has to earn money, the company has to keep running. It's like being on a treadmill. It has to keep running. The treadmill can't be stopped, and it has to earn money and pay off the debt or pay off the interest on a regular basis so that the company can remain afloat. So obviously companies which can sell without worrying about the physical environment, companies which have no debt or very very minimal debt, and those companies which have almost all the fixed costs paid off, and in the sense that well depreciated assets and assets don't matter, right? So these are the companies which would be the least impacted. So your HDFC Limited would be the least impacted. Companies which are good, they have a good market share, and they have the ability to produce and make sure that the material is available everywhere by whatever reason, like an Asian Paints, will also do well. But remember, Asian Paints will have to keep running, because otherwise its factories will depreciate. It cannot shut down the factories, right? So the second level would be Asian Paints. The third would be companies like Indigo, which will have to dramatically cut down its cost and learn to live with the new normal of saying 60-70% occupancy and no 96% occupancy. They are lot of their revenue sources like selling food on board, etc., are being clamped down. They are not carrying enough. They are not carrying any passenger cargo or passenger weight. But they can't carry more passengers, right? So the impact on Indigo would be the highest, right? But like I said, contrarians could come and buy, therefore Indigo price could go up, right? All this. So into this market you are, so don't keep saying, I don't understand what is happening in the market. None of us understand, but this is a very broad logic to see what is happening. Then you see what is happening. Is the market really going up, or is it Reliance which is going up? If it is Reliance going up, you know why it's going up. It can sell from home. It can keep on creating new products like a Jio Meet, Jio Chat and things like that, which people will keep lapping up. And when people lap that up, they use Jio Fiber. I have slowly upgraded myself 2 times in the last 1 year, saying, oh, I need these movies, I need this, and etc., etc. So therefore, we will all continue to pay more to Reliance. I am talking of the technology portion. Of course, their petrol, oil business will suffer. Their retail may not do well, but they may be able to supply based on your online order, right? So these are all mixed signals. You will have to be careful, but don't say, I don't understand what's happening. All these things are at play. The pessimists will sell, the optimists will buy, right? So all these things are happening, and that is what is happening in the market. Thank you.